Good afternoon, everybody. iKkaRma here with Philosophical Friday, Part 4, and we're examining the question of, is there a God? So, in this episode, we're going to end up defining a few words and terms to achieve, with a bit more clarity, what we're trying to explain, and I think that'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to, open up a dictionary and get in there and dive into the world of words to help us a little bit. So, enjoy. This is a pretty big question, obviously, and I think we've all heard it before. We all know how often it's been discussed by plenty of different people, but I do feel like it's more than worthwhile to devote an episode of PHF to it, simply because it's such a huge question and a lot of philosophy is surrounding the question of is there a God. You kind of can't ignore it, so we're gonna just do it now. Now, I think that a good place to start would be examining the question in depth to make sure we know what we're asking in the first place. And really, with any question we answer on Philosophical Friday, that's what I like to do first. I like to look at the question and examine it and see what I can pull apart from it before I even begin answering it at all. Okay, so is there a God? We got 4 words, all of which hold pretty significant importance, but obviously one above all else is the most important, and that is God. So let's go ahead and define God. On a side note, we will be using dictionary.com for all of our definitions for this video, unless otherwise specified, of course, but I'm pretty sure I'm just going to stick to dictionary.com. Okay, so dictionary.com has 5 different definitions for the word God, and they are all quite similar, but I'm going to be using the first one. It says, God, the one supreme being, the creator and ruler of the universe. Now, this definition already poses a problem for me, because what is the universe? Does the universe include other dimensions as well? Does it include other realities? Yeah, we're not going to go down that path, okay? We can only answer so many questions at once. So, God is the all-supreme being, the one all-supreme being, and we can say that that rules over the universe and dimensions and anything else you can think of and anything else that exists, just to play it safe, because it's all-supreme, right? It has to. Okay. So this concept of monotheism obviously isn't shared by all religions, but it's the definition we're given. The third definition identifies God, and when it's spaced with a lowercase g, and that fits the criteria for a polytheistic religion of multiple different gods. For our purposes, we're going to look at the first definition as being the sole leader, the sole ruler, and not being ranked below anything else. And that's kind of important. When we say supreme and when we say the only, nothing is above it. Nothing is more. This is the top. Okay. So now we know something else important about our question, but there's also another important word, and that word is. The word is. We're going to go ahead and define it. So the word is the third person singular present indicative of the word be. In English, for you guys, that just means it comes from the word be. So let's go to the word be now. Be, spelled B-E obviously, has 5 different definitions as well. Naturally, the first definition is what we want, and that is to exist or live. So that just threw a curveball at us. Whenever a definition presents the word or, I'm always kind of forced to choose between the two, but here at PHF, we're not lazy, we're going to define both. Let's start with live. Live, and the third definition of live, is to continue in existence, operation, memory, etc. And I expected this to happen. Live sends us directly back to existence. So let's go over to existence now. The word exist has 5 definitions. This is all kind of precarious how they all have 5 definitions. 2 of which send us right back to live, number 2 and number 3. I love the dictionary. So the first definition, though, is exist, which means to have actual being. How wonderful. It sent us back to be, which came from is, which is in the first question. I was really hoping we'd get some kind of a key from this little path we went on, but maybe we will. Maybe, we'll see in a couple of minutes. So we know more or less now what it is to exist, and what is the subject of the question of its own existence, which is God. Is meaning exist, is to be, is... I know, it's complicated. If your head isn't hurting yet, we'll get there. We're going to try and define less and think more. And let's start that right now, actually. Let's just get away from the words as much as we can. So there is an argument, and I'm not too sure if it's the title of the argument. I can't remember, to be honest. But what I do know is that it goes a little something like this. The dictionary defines God as being the all-supreme being, creator, ruler, etc. Well, if it is all-supreme, that means that there's nothing stronger or greater than it. So this poses an interesting idea, and this is the idea that I'm talking about. I'm going to give you a scenario. with the assistance of some extremely complex and brain-baffling editing skills. There are two circles. Circle A is the all-supreme ruler, creator, master, leader, blah 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 blah. Circle B is also the all-supreme ruler, creator, master, leader, blah blah blah. There's only one difference between these two circles. Circle A exists. Circle B does not. In other words, Circle A was there yesterday, here today, and will be here tomorrow, no matter what happens ever. Circle B was never here, is not here, and won't be here, ever. Circle B is an idea. Circle A is reality. Now I ask you, which one is more supreme? The answer is clear. Circle A is obviously greater than Circle B, because it's got everything Circle B does, except Circle A exists while Circle B does not. And that's a pretty distinct advantage, I would say. Circle B would obviously have to answer to Circle A and not the other way around, making Circle A the more supreme, the most supreme. And this right here could be enough to say that God exists. However, there's no doubt in my mind that at least one person that watches this video is going to be thinking, so, who cares what circle is better? What if the supreme being never existed in the first place and was always just an idea? And to you, I say, touche! Well done, good thinking. But that question kind of makes me think, did we define existence incorrectly? Or maybe have we not been using it to its fullest? The definition of existence said that it had to be in actuality. Well, hang on now, doesn't that mean that an idea exists? I can think of something, right? Therefore, that idea is existing, right? The definition of idea is any conception existing in the mind as a result of mental understanding, awareness, or activity. Any conception existing in the mind. I'd like to thank all of you for watching this 4th episode of Philosophical Friday. If you liked the video, feel free to click the like button. If you dislike the video, press the dislike button and tell me why. I love your feedback. Let me know if you liked this kind of thing. And yeah, my name is oiKkaRma. Stay classy.